Hello YouTube, the Super Mighty Core here, bringing you a very special video today. We're going to be learning how to draft Dragon Ball Super, the card game. I'm here with my friends today. They're going to be learning how to play. They have not played at all. So say hi, guys.
Hi!
Hey!
So the point of this video is to teach new players how to play the game from scratch, and then we'll be also drafting Giant Forces Draft Box 6. So yeah, so this video won't be for the veterans, of course. This is for if you have no idea how to play the game and you want to learn how to play, and also if you have never drafted before, we'll be going through that today. Obviously there won't be any, it's not a tournament or anything like that. So we're just gonna, discuss like how to, draft individually. So there won't be like, anyone hiding their cards or anything like that like you normally would with a draft, but like we want them to learn from scratch, so that's what we're going to be doing, and we want you to learn, right? So yeah, so feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything like that, and let's get into it. Oh, also I forgot to mention that if you do have any children watching this, we will be probably swearing, so it is uncensored.
I'm a trucker.
All right, guys. So let's start by learning how the game works. So I have all these different cards here we're going to go through today, and I'm going to explain how the different cards work in the game and what you can do with them, and then we'll learn after we go through each card. We're going to learn how the format is played. We also have our trusty rulebook here to help us through random card. We have our trusty rulebook here to help us with any terms that we may not know. So if you are a new player, it's really good to pick up one of these pre-made decks just to pick up and play right away, or you can buy booster boxes if you want and build your own deck that way, but they come with the rule books and everything, so it's really good. Anywho, so again, how do you get this screen to come back on? There you go, I got it.
Yeah.
Alright, we're figuring this out.
Yeah, the screen's going to turn off for energy save, so just don't worry about it too much.
Sounds good. I do want to be able to see the card through the camera. So let's start off with a basic battle card. So you can see the type of card on the top right hand corner here. So it says battle. So this is what you would use to do an attack with to your opponent. But you can also use a card for many other purposes. So if you're familiar with any other type of card game, let's say Magic, for example, because a lot of these players have played Magic before, so I might be using those references a lot to explain. Anyway, any card can also be mana, or if you will, or they call it energy in this game. So essentially, this is a red card, so it would be a red energy, essentially. So how do you know what the card is to cost to pitch it? So you can see that it costs 3 mana at the top here, but there's also these little dots beside it. So it's mandatory that there are 2 reds energy at minimum. So if you're playing a multicolored deck, minimum 2 energies need to be red to play this card to the field. So I'll pass this around the table so you can look at it. But the other thing that's important to note is what the card is. So this guy is an Earthling, and he's part of the King Piccolo saga. So there's a lot of synergy with cards. So a lot of the time, we'll get to an example soon, but like there are cards that allow you to, you can go and search a Earthling from your deck, for example. So the names of the cards are really important at the bottom. Oh, and also before I give the card around, you're probably wondering what the other numbers are meaning. So let's start with the power. So this guy attacks for 30,000 power, and he has no flavor text. That means he just has no other additional effects. On the corner here, you have the additional power you can use to stack up another card if you want. So you can use your cards to power up another one. So when you're declaring an attack, let's say we're using this guy here. So he's 15,000 power. I can use this card, and it costs no energy because it has a 0 cost at the top here. But I can add another 5,000 to my attack by stacking this card on top. So that's a $20,000 20,000 energy attack from when you're attacking with this card. So every card has these, except for extra cards. We'll get into those in a second. But essentially, those are all the details you have on a basic card. So I'm going to pass this around so people can learn about that. So while that's going around the table, let's look at a card. This next card we were just looking at. This is a card that has flavor text on it. So let's read what this is. So this is unique. So through these, you can look at the terms in these manuals that you get with the starter decks, but You know, I know a lot of them. So anyway, so unique means you can only have one of these cards on the field at a time. And this also has double strike. So that means if the attack goes through, he will do 2 damage to your opponent instead of 1 damage. So anyway, so that's the difference between a card that has features on it and not features on it. So this also has an auto feature. So that means once it's played, so it says if your leader card is red, you may choose 1 card in your hand other than this card and discard it. When your opponent takes damage from a skill on one of your battle cards, your unison, play this card from your hand. So essentially, this would be a free play card if you were to do damage with another card. So you would be able to bring this out on the field and do another attack. So yeah, so the flavor text is really important to read and understand the additional effects of that card. So again, this is still a battle card. If you want to play without the effect, you can just pay 2 energy, and it must be 2 red. I'll just pass that down. Any questions so far?
Not so far.
From my fellow players. All right, so let's
sure
keep.
there will be questions.
Oh,
there
there will be many questions. There will be many questions, I am sure. But yeah,
Questions come later.
questions come later. All right, so this is another battle card I want to bring up because this one is a pretty important one. This one's a card that has critical. So what that means is if I do damage to the person, when the life point gets hit, that means you don't get to keep the card from your life. Anyway, we'll get into that in a second, but a critical card is really good for a deck. So when you're drafting, if you find something with critical, it's really great to have. And yeah, so this also has an auto where you can draw an extra card. And yeah, so it's really, really awesome in general. So also I want to show this is a yellow card, so this one costs minimum 1 yellow, but the rest of the energy can be anything else. So anyway, so I'll pass that around. Alright, so we get to our next card. So this is a blocker card, very used in your gameplay. So a blocker is really helpful. If someone is declaring attack, you can use this card to just essentially stop it altogether. It doesn't matter about energy or anything like that. At that point, it will stop the attack. But you cannot reset the card to use anymore. He'll be permanently set as on rest mode is the term. Yeah.
Krillin?
Krillin, yeah. So he's permanently in rest mode for forever. So you have a one-time block with this guy. But essentially, they're really good to stop an attack, and also if the power of the attacker is stronger than the power of this card, it will actually get destroyed. But if it's lower than the power, then it would stay on the field but in rest mode permanently. But we'll get into that again further later. All right, so next I want to talk about black cards. The great thing about black cards is that you can they're really great for drafting because it can be in any deck. They don't have mana specific or energy specific colors. They'll never say you need a black. There's some cards that obviously do that, for their effects, but especially with the draft box, they don't really do that. So they're really good, easy grabs when you're drafting. So this Gohan here costs 3 to play, or you can use an Overwhelm. Overwhelm is a very great mechanic where you can take all your cards in your graveyard, put it in the Warp. If you're looking at Magic, Warp would be the same as your, what is it called again?
Exile?
Exile, that's the one. So, yeah, so you would exile all your graveyard, but you have to have minimum 3 cards in your graveyard to do so, and he would come to the battlefield for free. However, at the end of turn, he would go into the graveyard, so it's like a one-shot kind of thing. There is a card in here, which we're hoping to pull today, is a Demigra that has Dark Overwhelm, which if you use the Overwhelm, he actually stays on the field. That's why he's so awesome. You can only do 1 Overwhelm per turn as well, so also keep that in mind. So this next card, I just wanted to show this one because it's also just to show how different colors. This is a green card, but this one has dual attack. So the difference between double strike and dual attack, so double strike allows you to get 2 hits in one shot. If it goes through, dual attack means you can hit, reset, and declare a second attack. So very different, but also very useful. Oh, sorry, I haven't been passing these 2 down.
Yeah.
Not the...
Oh, not that one, no.
My bad, guys.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Alright, next we have a dual color card. So just like Magic, dual color cards, when you use them for energy, have something called energy exhaust. So it would be the same as enter the battlefield tap. So essentially you won't be able to use it on your first turn. It would come in tapped, and then you can use it in the next turn. But they're great for, you know, having two different color manas, but this also could be played as a regular attack card because it has effects you can play it as well. The reason I pulled this card too is because it does show you in the energy part here that has a 1. So this does give you 10,000 to your attack, which is a lot, but it does cost 1 energy to do so. So you can't just play it for free. You have to pay 1 energy, and then it will add 10,000 to your attack. Let's pass that around. So that's what we have for. Oh, we do have a couple more. No. So we have another battle card here, which has counterplay. So counterplay is a really good thing to have in your draft or a deck in general. So basically, if someone summons a card, plays a card, and wants to use it, you can counter that with the counterplay. So play this card if your battle cards have being played has an energy cost 2 or less. So the card being played by your opponent has energy 2 or less. And that person's card is now placed in the drop area instead of being played. So you can just, not only do you get to bring up a card for yourself, but you get to get rid of the card he played on that. So it's a really good, counterplays are really great to have in your deck. So when you're drafting, keep an eye on counterplay cards. Alright, next we go to the extra cards. So these are not battle cards, so this would be like a one-time use kind of card. So this extra is a counter attack. So when you're doing an attack phase, you have the choice to use a counter. So you have to declare if you're going to do a counter before you start stacking up your combos. So it's counter first, you say no, I don't want to counter, and then you stack up combos after that. But we'll get to that in a bit. But essentially a counter attack is just to stop a card from doing damage altogether. And it costs 1 energy to do so in this case. So you must have a leader with a red leader to play this. And negate the cartridge. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unison and gets negative 5,000 power. So not only does it stop the attack, but then you could also give negative power to either the leader or any other battle cards. So this is really good to put in your draft. Oh, and by the way, if I didn't mention it earlier, all these cards are from this draft specifically. So I want to use these as examples. So you might see these when we pull the cards.
Yeah, I was here for the last box opening. I've seen them already.
Yeah. So this is a rare card. You can see by at the bottom here, and it's a foil. All the rares in this set are foil. This is an activate battle card. Very different from a negate card. So you would say, in this case, if you want to play this, they would declare an attack, and then you'd be like, no negates at this point, because it's not a negate. Then the battle becomes in effect. So he will decide to combo or whatever. Or you can use this to combo yourself if you're the one attacking, because it can be either on your defending phase or on your attack phase. So he would cost 1 to play, and he would, in this case, this card, you can choose one of your cards to add 5,000, so you would add 5,000 to your battle card. And then if it's on your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your opponent's card, ignore and bury, and it gets negative 5. So essentially you get 5,000 plus on your card and negative on his card. So this would be a card you would want to save when you're defending. But it's only declared on the activate battle. We'll get into that in a bit, but it's very different. So it has a yellow, I'll bring it closer, it has a yellow marker versus a green marker. It's a really easy way to determine when you should be playing the card. So this would be, a yellow marker would be once the battle is officially declared and it's happening. I'll get that going. Next card we have is a unison card. So if you're familiar with Magic, this is exactly like a Planeswalker. Same thing. So essentially you can add markers to this card. You must play at least 2 energy of red and add 2 markers, and then you can add more markers to this as you go. And it has different effects. There's plus and minuses just like any Planeswalker. So I just wanted to show that. Alright, so when you're drafting or building a deck in general, you want to have, like unity within your cards. Like I mentioned earlier, there's like cards that kind of stack up on each other, right? So you can do one thing and add more things. So in this example, just for the fun of it, I want to showcase these 2 cards. So this has an EX Evolve. So basically you can turn a blue fascia card into this card. So this would be the initial card you would play for 1, right? And then you can pay another 1 to EX Evolve this person into the ape instead of paying its 3 mana cost. So you can get this on the field a lot cheaper. This also has unique and critical. So very good. And the previous card has its own effect. So you can play it, get the effects, even attack with it. After it's done attacking, you can evolve it and then attack with a new card. So it's really fun to stack up and stuff like that. So that's one. And then I brought all these out. This is like a huge combo chain that you would do in the game. So again, these are in this deck. So if you find one, and you would be looking for the rest. So let's start with the first phase of this of the chain. So this is a field card. So you would play this, and this will stay on the field permanently. And then you can pay the cost. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck, and look for either a Hurrigan, a Tapion, or a Minotia card. So if you look at your cards, and then you happen to be one of these. So again, this is a Tapion card or a Hirudegan. You can take that and then add it to your hand to play later. So this is a good way to search for those cards. Then, let's say you had these in your hand. You can play this for 3 mana. It would be your start card. And then if, I won't read the whole thing, but essentially if this guy gets KO'd, you can go in your deck and find the 4-drop and play it for free on top of that. And then if this one gets KO'd, you can go and get the 6-drop for free. So you can literally do this. Well, he costs 3 to play, so you can probably do this on turn 3 essentially. And get a 6-drop card really quickly with this chain effect. The reason I brought the Tapion out is because, like, well, how do I KO this? You would have, obviously your opponent's not going to automatically kill the guy for you. Why would he do that? He knows you have the chain effect. Well, this card says, choose one of your Hirudegan cards and KO it. At the end of the battle where this card is used in a combo, play this card in rest mode. So not only can you use it as a combo, then play it, you can also KO one of your Hirudegans and then bring that guy out. So you can see all that like stacking effects, and that's what I really liked about the game. There's so much you can do and bring out. So yeah, that would be a chain you would want to find in your turn. I'll pass those down. So anyway, that kind of covers, like, I know that's a lot of information, but that covers all the different kind of cards. There's obviously, like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, there's just so much information.
I think it's leaking out of my ear.
Yeah, it's just so much. But essentially, yeah, so that's all the things you can do and all the different cards in the set. Now, let's look at the playmat here, and you can see how you'll lay out your cards. So you'll have your deck here, your drop area, and then you can put your warp somewhere where you want. What I do is actually I keep my deck kind of a little up here, and then I have my warp, and then my drop. I have my warp twisted to the side and my drop here. So that's kind of what I do in this section. And then you would stack your energy, and just so you're not getting confused, most players would put their energies upside down so you know that it's an energy card. You're going to put your combos when you're comboing here. You put your battle cards right up front. If you have a unison, you'll put it here, and your leader sits at the top. I don't have a leader in front of me right now, but we'll get into the leader card because that card stays on the battlefield. But we'll get into that in a second, and then you put your life points here. So let's get into how to play in the sense of what a turn looks like. So let's open the box up so I can get the leader. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the leader for this set, and then we can use that for our example piece.
Yeah, there's only 4 in the box.
It's the same leader. Everyone's gonna be playing with the same leader. So, and I like that they do that. And the great thing about this leader is he is a multicolor leader, so it really is easy to draft. But in terms of like deck building, I wouldn't recommend the card as a main deck, but it's really great for drafting. Alright, so let's look at a leader card quickly.
Oh, is this the box toppers?
No, these are the leader cards that you're going to use
Oh,
to draft.
yeah, I forgot it's a specific draft box.
Yeah. So let's look at a leader card. So a leader card is on the field at all times. You start the game with it there. It has its own effects. So let's read through it. So like I said, this is a multicolor card. So it's green around, but it says this is also treated as a red, blue, or yellow. So the only color it doesn't have is black. So if your opponent leader is also red, blue, green, or yellow, this card has critical when it attacks. So essentially, we'll always have critical when we're attacking. When this card is attacking a leader specifically, so if you're attacking another card, this won't take effect, but if you're attacking a leader specifically, you can draw a card as well, so you get to add to it. So essentially, you can, with the leader card, you can attack as well, just like a battle card can. And then there is an awaken phase. So once you get to 4 or less health, you can awaken the card, so that's when you would flip it. So you would get an extra energy, draw a card, and then it has different effects on the other side. Yeah. So everyone can just grab their
You wanna
leaders.
look at this. It's the only card I didn't get to look at originally.
Yeah, so essentially, on the flip side, it has its own features. So Awakening is a great way to, this card, like this one is not that great, but like some leaders have a really great Awaken stage. So there's some decks you want to like self-awaken and like do extra stuff and kill your opponent quicker with. But when this card attacks, it can be anything now, and you automatically draw a card in this case. If you notice, it also has more power. So it starts off with 10,000 power, and then it goes to 15. You can literally awaken at any time as long as you have 4 or less health. So it can be on your opponent's turn, or your turn whenever you want. You can always awaken. So if you feel like you're being attacked and you want that extra 5,000 to your boost, you can awaken at that time and go for it. So you also get you get the draw card and get an energy when you awaken in this case. So it could be really good to help whatever plays you're doing. So, but if you attack with it before it awakens, if it does awaken, it still stays in rest mode. So make sure that you keep track of that if you're doing that. So let's get into what a gameplay looks like real quick. So phase 1 is if you're going first, you wouldn't draw any cards on your first turn, but let's discuss like what you start with. So you start with 6 cards. So you get to look at your hand, and then what's different from Magic is you don't mulligan the whole thing. You can actually pick what you want to keep, put it back in your deck, and that's the mulligan, and then pick what you and get another. Well, in this case, if I kept 2, I would get another 4 cards. So you can do that only once. You would roll a dice to see who goes first. The one that with the highest number goes first automatically. There's no choosing. You just higher roller goes first in Dragon Ball. So let's say you're going first. You wouldn't draw, but if you are going second, you can draw. So let's say we're on turn 1. I would have my 6 cards, and I wouldn't draw another card, and then I can start. But always start with placing an energy on the field. If you forget, obviously we're not going to do that today, but like if you're playing like in a tournament or anything, if you forget to play an energy and you do anything else, like do an attack or even use another card for its effect, and you don't play your energy, you lost the opportunity to do so. So energy is always first, and then you can do whatever else you want to do. So you place your energy and then you can go at it. Like there's no rule to what you can do first. If I want to use an effect of my leader, I can, let's say it's a draw card, I can just do that. And then place a card, attack with it, and then, and then do the effect after. You can plan all your moves. There's no like, this is the attack phase, this is the end phase kind of thing. So you can literally just do whatever you want during. But once you declare an attack, that has to be dealt with right away. So let's just pretend like I have 2 red energy here, and I want to play this card, so I would pay 2, play the card, and I can attack right away. So I would declare an attack. So my opponent would then say, if he wants to negate it. So remember the negate cards? So if he says no negates, then I can go into the combo phase. I can declare if I want to combo or not. For example, if I am going for the win, I can be like, okay, I have an extra 15,000, so I will declare combo of 30,000 total, because you have 15 plus the other additional 15, and go from there. He would have to overpower it to stop the attack. So if I declare 30, he asked whatever I'm attacking, so most of the time you want to go for the leader, but depending on what you want to do, you might want to get rid of a battle card or whatever. You can attack anything on the field, even a unison card. So if I want to do damage though to the opponent and take away his life, I will declare an attack on the leader, and then he would have to combo 35,000 to get out of it. So if he's at 10 now, he would have to combo a lot. It would take a lot of cards out of his hand to do so. But that's kind of how that's played, essentially. You just got to outpower, just like Dragon Ball. Like, you know, who's got the biggest energy beam? You know, and you're using your friends to put more energy. You know, that's pretty much how that goes.
Your friends are fuel.
Yeah. Like, just like the show. So,
Give me your power!
yeah, so same concept. Oh, what I forgot to mention too, which is super important, before you even start playing, you got to put your life. So you start the game with 8 life. You put your cards, so after you've done your mulligan, you take the top 8 cards from your deck, and you would put it on the side here. So let me just grab, let's grab this. So you would put your 8 cards on the health. You can place them however you want. And then this would be your health. So you don't use dice to keep track of your health. This is really important. So if someone does do damage to you, you get that card in your hand, and you hold on, and you can play it. But except when it has critical. So remember, this card has critical. If it has critical, that means this health goes into the graveyard.
Did you say it was 8 health?
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Oh, because he had 9 cards.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, it is 8 health.
Because he's a cheater.
Yeah, using. They caught me. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, you would start with 8 health, and then you would win by getting rid of all the cards. You can also lose by running out of cards in your deck. There are some, like I play a Vegeks deck, which I have actually right under this camera here, but that's a whole different thing. But I guess essentially it's a mill deck, and it has on the leader, if you run out of cards, you take everything in your graveyard and rebuild your deck with. So there's some great decks, leaders that let you do that. But anyway, that's pretty much the game. It's just trying to overpower your opponent. You can attack anytime, and it's per person, right? So per attack, you have to deal with that attack one at a time, right? And then I declare an attack. Let's say he blocks it. I can then attack with my leader or another card I have on the field. You do one at a time. And unisons can attack too, unless it says you can't. So you can play each card and attack with it, and then try to take away life. Important to note, once you declare an attack, a card in rest mode stays in rest mode until your next turn. What's the importance of rest mode? It's very different from Magic. You don't, you can use, in Magic, you can use your unrested cards to block with, right? To stop an attack. Well, you can technically do the same in this game. You use the energy cost. So anything that's not in rest mode, you can take off the field and add to your energy. And you can do that as a blocker or as an attacker. So if I'm declaring a huge attack and I'm going for game, I can take all the cards I have on here and add to my combo, essentially. So, and you can do the same that way. But if you used it as an attack, it's in rest mode, then it cannot be used as a combo later. That's pretty much everything. We'll learn as we go when we're playing. But let's get into drafting, guys. I'm sure these guys are like,
You know
okay.
fast Charles he comes with his accent.
The explanation was thorough, but that's what I wanted to do in this video. I do appreciate you guys being patient. Yeah. right, guys. Now we're gonna get into playing the game. So we build our decks. Everyone, we went through everyone's deck individually, and I think, based on what we looked at, Charles has an insane deck. In terms of draft, that was just like wow. And then Kat has a really great synergy deck too. So those are going to be some really good ones. Carter did really well as well. But not as much synergy, but that's just luck of the draw. And then same with me, like I don't have that much either in mine.
You're
But
just trying to make Carter feel better.
well, no, like mine too, right? Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
That just means when we win,
Yeah.
it's gonna look way better.
Yeah, it's gonna look way better.
Like when we crush the good decks, it's gonna be like, oh wow, they're like really good players.
Oh,
Exactly.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I'm
people
gonna
that
destroy you.
know what they're doing, winning against the people that don't know what they're doing is a
Yeah.
big win?
Strong pick on the week. That's the way
Oh,
it goes.
Okay.
All right. So I think Charles already started doing what he was doing, but let's roll for first.
Okay.
All right, I got 4.
2.
So I'm going first, despite if I want to or not. So first thing I got to do is draw 6. 1, 2, 6, and then I look at my cards so you can see what I got here. So I get to decide if I want to pick and keep any of it. I do want to keep those 2, and this is really good. I might want to keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. And then I'm gonna send the 2 back, or 3 back. Do you want to cut? I'll just cut.
No.
I'll just cut myself.
And actually, I'm going to throw 1, 2, 3 cards back at myself.
So I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3. And then the next thing you do is put your life. So we have to take 8 cards for life. So 1,
Are you
2,
doing
3,
any
4,
mulligan or
5, 6, 7.
Do you want to
8.
cut me now that I've shuffled, or?
I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
okay. Alright. Looks like almost very similar hand from the first time.
Should I have plugged in?
Alright. I would hold on to that.
This one?
Oh wait, that's not your 1 drop, eh?
No.
Yeah, you don't really have any, like, you want those 1 drops in your first hand, so I would put all back and try to get those 1 drops. 1 drop dragons. Actually, does the 1 drop let you go get the green, the 6 drop one? I don't think so. So you might want to hold on to it so you can play it right away.
I'm gonna reshuffle anyway, so.
Yeah, just pull it out and see what it looks like. It's all about learning today. Alright. So the 1 drop lets you go get a Gohan. Does not let you get the 6 drop out. So hold on to the 6 drop because you only have 2 in the deck. It'll be hard to get another one.
Okay.
And then you know for sure it won't go into your life either. So put all the and you want to fish this 1 guy. That's what you want. Hopefully you'll get. Alright, so me and Charles have our 8 life here. And I'm going first. So I don't get to draw on my first turn. And I can't attack on my first turn either. So that's the downfall of going first.
But I can?
Yes, you can. That's the that's the downfall of going first. I don't want to do that just yet. So that'll be good for later.
Nice hand.
Not too bad, eh?
So I think my strategy will be to charge a green. And I don't have any 1 drops, which sucks, so I do have to pass turn, which is really shitty. But yeah, pass turn. In Dragon Ball, this is like, well, in drafts it's pretty common, but like usually in, like if you play like competitively, it's always a turn 1 move.
So I get to draw?
You get to draw, yes.
Cool. So I will do
Energy first.
energy. Unison cards can be pulled out right away?
Yeah, as long as you have the energy to play it.
Right.
So some have mandatory.
Yeah, no, I almost forgot to look at the little dots. So I will then.
Charge 1.
And where does the fields come out?
Battle. Oh, the fields? Yeah, I would just put them like, you can put it next to your unison or sometimes put them
I'll
here.
just put it over there.
Yep. So that's a really good turn one, so now he can go
When you
fish.
activate this card, look at 7 cards from top of your deck.
Yeah, and he's gonna go look for some cards that he needs.
5, 6,
Alright.
7.
So you didn't
And I
get
could
it.
add
Oh, you did get it. Yeah, so
one of.
I would even though this is a panel plate, but you don't have any. Where's your 6 card? Oh, there it is.
Shit.
So you want to play this as your
That
energy
sucks.
and play him right away, and your turn one.
So,
Oh, play him as my energy?
Yeah, I know it sucks, but you don't have any other yellows, right?
it's a blue anyway.
Because you want to be able to bring him out, and then you can go get a. Or you can save it. What's the other 2 cards you have?
Yeah.
2 greens. There are 2 drops, right? Yeah, that's just to get that out of the way.
You know what
So then-
sucks?
Oh, play this guy?
Yeah,
When you
so
play
then
sealed
next
music
turn,
box,
you can
you
use,
don't find the card you're
you
looking
can
for.
use this
Oh, yeah,
again
I
next
know.
turn.
Or
with
any
your
of them.
Gohan. Or actually, no, it's a 1 drop, right?
You can
play
pull
this?
Hydreigon,
Yeah.
Tapion, or
So literally
Minota,
next turn you can have this.
or a green unison card.
Oh, you got none of this?
Nope.
Oh, 'cause
Out of the
this
7
is-
cards, I didn't get a
Sun
single
Gohan
one.
in it?
Oh wow.
No, because it costs to evolve, right? You can evolve your 1 drop dragon into your 6 drop dragon. See, 1 yellow energy onto your
Okay, Corey.
dragon. Right, so you want to play him this turn with your yellow energy. Next turn, use the same yellow energy to play this one. Yeah, unless you get another energy to play, but we'll get to that turn. That's your 1 turn to play. So basically, you're gonna have a 6 drop on turn 2.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Your turn.
Yeah, sorry, I get it. Okay, so playing this as energy.
Yeah. So
Well, you
it's
have to
gonna
do your life first.
Oh, she didn't play her life.
Not yet.
No, I don't know what to do with that.
So
Oh,
eight,
you just do
eight,
this.
8 cards from the top of your deck. Put them here under your leader. What did you do? You
Face
didn't-
down?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, face down.
Imagine they
Didn't
were
find
face up.
anything from it.
Yeah. You didn't get what you wanted.
No.
That's too bad. I
So
feel
yeah, when you
sorry for
take life, you basically take one of those and it gets into your hand,
unless it's critical.
unless it's critical,
Oh,
which all of these guys have.
Charles.
Then
yeah,
that card
so
goes to the graveyard.
we're gonna go back to your turn because you can attack with your leader,
So apparently you've had
Right.
turn
Right.
1 planned for you
So I will.
by the master.
and then
Yeah, but I don't know how to actually
um,
go about doing it.
Alright, so you would
Okay,
do.
do I have to tap it?
yes.
Okay, so tap the life and then put out this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Into the battlefield, yeah, and then you're going first, right, Kat?
Yeah.
So she can't attack this turn, and that would end your turn, essentially.
Okay,
So that
then the
lets me
next one, use
draw
this to get Gohan,
for
and
attacking
that's
you.
Automatic fusion.
No, forget about the Gohan, because you don't want to waste the 1 energy. Just do the 1 energy to bring the fusion out. Because it says on that card it costs 1 energy to fuse.
Oh, so as long as I have
Him on the field.
him on the field?
Yeah, so you put this on top of him, and then what does it do? This card. Yeah. So anyway, it's a double striker. So you can hit him for 2 next turn.
So
EXE?
attacking
Sounds
you,
like Exible,
yeah,
like-
I draw a card because of visibility.
Yes.
Whenever you attack your
So
leader.
that's your first turn?
Yeah, that will end her
Yeah.
first turn. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
I get to draw on my turn.
Yes, correct.
Alright, cool.
All right, so basically, what I would do now for Charles's turn, so he's attacking me with his leader, and he does get to draw a card because he's doing that.
Yeah, I already did that.
And then I get to decide if I want to negate or not. I'm gonna choose. I don't have any in my hand, but I would choose not to negate this turn. So now he gets to decide if he wants to combo on top of that or not.
I can't because I don't have any energy to play anyway.
No, you don't have to pay it. Some cards have 0 cost, right?
Oh,
To
okay.
combo, if you want a combo. That's totally up to you. Early game is not worth it.
What happens after comboing? Does it stay in the combo area? Does it go into the drop?
It goes into the drop. Yeah.
No.
No. So, because even though we're 10-10, I do have to overpower him. So, I do have to play a 5 to stop the attack. Because he has critical,
Alright.
I'm going to be losing a card from my hand
this
anyway
is my only turn.
to do so.
Oh,
and I don't
actually,
really want to
what's your
discard any
power
of my
on that?
cards. So, I'm just going to take the hit and put...
Wow.
Oh, damn.
I guess 4,000?
But that goes straight into
Okay,
the drop
so
because it's
I'll
critical
attack with
instead
this
of going
guy.
into my hand.
Forward.
Now that would end Charles's turn, essentially.
So for this part,
What do I do?
Okay, what happened?
He says
I'm
I have to
attacking
attack
with him.
Yeah. So you, first of all, you don't have any negates. Let's go through your cards. No, we don't have any negates. So you say no negates, because you don't have any to play. And then he gets to decide if he wants to combo.
No combo.
No combo. So you can either take the hit or use one of your cards, or it would be one of these two cards to combo and that's a oh, this is a negate. Actually, but it costs 2 to play, so you don't have the 2 to play it, but you could negate an attack, so you would want to hang on to that. What is this card? Is it useful? So you could block it with this and not lose a life, essentially.
But you have to get over 10,000 to block.
Yeah,
If
she
you get
only,
exactly 10,000, it doesn't work.
yeah,
right?
but she's already at 10,000, so she only has to put 5,000 down.
Mm,
Or just take the hit. It's up to you. It's early game, I would take the hit, honestly. But
And then what happens when I take the hit?
he
because
gets
it's
a card. Oh no!
because it's
a
critical.
graveyard.
Because it's critical, it goes to the graveyard.
Which is the drop or the warp? It's
Drop.
drop, right?
It's a draw.
Yeah, drop barrier.
So that's yeah. So you take the first one off your life. Hopefully it's nothing good. That's the same. So regardless, you broke even.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, because it would have been the same card she was gonna combo with anyway.
Oh.
So you just that's really good because you would have. It's the same outcome regardless.
Do you remember when that massive Goku was like the last one in my life?
Yeah. I know, like, aw. All right. So I got the
Alright.
draw.
So my turn now?
Yeah. So you draw. Nice. But you're gonna put an energy down, so I would use this as energy.
This one?
This unison's not the best though. But you do have the rooted bar. But you don't have the 4-drop.
Jesus
Get
Christ.
rid of that. Has
Is
energy.
he gonna be able to do anything?
But just tap 1 and then bring out your 6-drop.
How much
Attack
green
with
is
it.
there
Oh,
in your-
okay. So this says I need
God,
2 energy.
dude!
This,
I don't
as an
want to play
example.
you.
So this says I need 2 energy. One of them has to be
I'm
yellow.
heavy green.
That's correct.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
it's
you mean
kind of
by
like
green.
magic where the skulls and the black
Yes.
mean like you have to have that
Oh,
as your
God.
devotion, but the rest can be whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So that's good.
So yeah, so you want to play. So this is. So it's a 4,000. There's no point in attacking with it. So you want to tap 1, evolve onto. Now Now you have a double strike 20,000. Attack leader.
Alright, I negate for 1.
And what does the negate do?
It just says negate the attack, and then I get. This is the one where I get to play the black skill list
Yeah.
from my hand.
So if you have a black skill.
I do. I got Mr. Vegeta.
There you go.
And then this is graveyard.
Great leader. And now Cat, you can attack again with your leader to his leader.
Why the fuck didn't I use the negate on that one? That's the critical one. Jeez,
Yeah.
I knew it was there too! The double strike goes through that, doesn't it? Or does
Nope.
negate all the attack?
And it negates the whole
Do I have any more negates?
Sorry, Charles.
Okay, I'll take the hit.
I'm
That's going in the graveyard, by the way, because it's critical. Yeah, it sucks.
That kind of sucks.
All right.
that
Kind of sucks.
All right. So it's my turn.
Oh, I could
Your
use
turn.
Vegeta.
Yes.
Oh, I could have used Vegeta. Why didn't I use Vegeta? Guys, I'm not good.
It's a learning curve for
Uh,
sure.
Alright, you did a lot of damage on that one.
I'm going to charge a
What
Goku.
is that? That's the end of your turn? Because I
But
think you
a
can.
lot of damage is 1 card.
Well, yeah, and you got rid of my negate on an attack that I should have just taken.
I'll pay 1 for Son Gohan.
So
Or I could have blocked
So,
both if I
it has
had
barrier,
been smart
so you
and did
can't
what
use-
I did. Because he has 20,000
You can't
already.
attack it or anything like
how
You
that.
can't
many
even be-
points does each one of these?
So he stays on the field.
I have no idea how the life system works.
Oh, it's
yet.
just
What?
so if you get hit, it's 1. Unless
Yeah.
you have double strike, then it's 2. If you have triple strike, it's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and it's like if I hit you for a million
so if you activate
points
a
from
counter
here, it's still just 1.
and pay an energy to do
Okay.
that,
But if I hit you for
I can take a life.
2 points
from
and I
you.
have triple strike, it's
So
still
it's pretty
3.
annoying. But I can. It's
Okay.
a 4,000. I can't really
Um,
attack with it unless I combo.
I'm guessing that's your turn. Right?
So that'll stop me there. I will swing at leader.
If you want to use your 1 for or if you need to save it for.
so
negate
if
or
I
something.
combo with something,
Um,
it'll stop the.
Yeah. So
Yeah, okay.
first you would
Okay.
say if you want to negate or not.
No, I'll take it.
Okay. How it-
Nah, I lost the Bardock. Not bad.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
You read this
All right.
card.
I
Give
will
me a
pass
moment.
turn.
Okay. I will untap. Draw. And I will place down a card. And
Alright,
then
I'm gonna have a question for you.
I'll attack your leader.
Right. I should have done that.
Oh,
should
I
have
did
done
forget
that.
to do something on the last turn, which was
My bad.
discard a
I-
card, so
I-
I'll do that now.
Wasn't thinking, but it's
I
fine.
totally forgot.
I
The
have
first
no
time I get
negates.
to do
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot to draw. My other.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Bardock or whatever.
As long as you didn't discard the card
Oh.
that you picked up.
Obviously.
No.
Yeah, it
No.
doesn't matter. I'm
I
still
did not. Actually, this was the card. I
going
picked up
to
this
just
round.
take that.
Thanks.
God, Son Goku. It is Goku's in there. The critical. Last turn. Alright.
Do I have to face them this time?
Yeah, so you know.
Oh,
what's
hon, you're gonna hate me for this. Bro.
Bro.
Alright, I'm gonna bring him out.
I'm going to.
I take a card from my health and put it into my hand. And then when this card attacks, I get to discard one of your battle cards that's in rest mode.
But
Well, that one's
isn't the one
going
that
by.
costs life too.
What's up?
Yeah, I took the card from my life.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
I
can
get,
add-
I get to keep it in my hand though.
Yes,
Oh,
because
okay.
it's not critical.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on now?
First off,
That's
I'm gonna
pretty sweet.
attack with this guy.
So I do
For-
not charge yet.
15,000.
I'm going to charge with.
Okay, I'm not sure how the game works at this point.
Okay, Corey, we have a question.
Yeah.
Rest mode, he can defend though, right? Or
No,
not?
yeah, it's always 10,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
No,
always
no, but
10,000.
rest mode, she can still stack up and beat
No,
someone.
no, only if it's in active mode.
Oh.
But you can
so,
only use battle cards to stack up, right?
So she has to take these 3 hits, basically.
No, not necessarily, unless she has a negate in her hand,
Oh, okay.
which she does, that I saw earlier.
Sorry, Charles.
No worries.
Um,
I'm just waiting to use.
Oh, I know, I saw you. Oh my
God,
how did you
do
do this?
so yeah, you do need to.
How mad
do
is he
that.
getting already?
So you can save it
You'll
for
see.
next turn. He's talking for 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can take that.
And that would just be.
Added a card to your hand.
This also, I get to discard one of her battle cards that's in rest.
Oh, really?
Yep. Double check.
That's really sucky. If
I
that's
know.
Oh, no, it just can't be switched to active mode next turn.
Oh, okay. So it's this one, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
No worries, no worries.
And then
How about the
I'll
newbies?
attack with-
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a newbie too, but I've got a good deck.
Going to charge 1 red. And then I'm going to.
Okay, so you're
Alright,
attacking
so
me
I
with
will-
Vegeta.
Vegeta, yeah, for 20,000.
Pay the 3.
And I guess I can't block that.
Trunks.
I think you can block.
And the
with
drop
him.
is that number?
I'm pretty sure you can
Yeah,
block
3.
with him.
Okay.
3 energy, 1 must be green.
Because from
Damn.
what I remember,
Damn.
these cards are different than him.
Sorry, what's going on?
So she can block with him because I'm attacking with Vegeta for 20,000. So if she wanted to, she could
No, because
combo up.
yeah. So what you're doing when you're attacking to take away life, you are attacking him.
Yeah. So
Right.
like this is basically you if we were playing Magic.
Yeah, but you would have to get
Ow,
rid of.
cut myself with the sleeve.
He's at 20, so you
Oh,
would
no.
need to put 1, 2, 3
Annoying.
cards to call. That's too many.
Only problem
Just
with
take
these
the hit.
guys.
Take the hit again.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
this is gonna be a quick match.
No, but you're adding cards to your hand, which you can do more fucking things with him later.
Oh!
Now you have a counterplay too, so you're gonna be able, and you'll have more energy. You might be able to slow him down and things like that, right? Yeah, games are quick. in
No,
Dragon
okay.
Ball, very very quick.
Can't use that.
And then
Where was I?
I am gonna attack with my leader. Do you have any negates that you want to use?
I will start with.
I can't.
Okay. And then I'm also gonna
To
put
leader.
5,000 on him. So
Yeah.
he's attacking for 15.
Damn it.
Oh, you don't need to pay 3 in order to use that?
Oh, Sugeshi's gone.
Oh no,
15,
this one has a different cost.
2 liter.
Most of
Yeah.
them are 0, some of them are
I'll
1.
take that.
Oh,
Second
I don't
15
know
liter.
how that one works either.
Dual
then.
attack.
So basically, this one is like,
Oh,
If you-
I get
you
to
can
draw
do it on
card
any
when
card.
comes
and
in. Right,
that's a 0, right?
and that will end
Is
my
that the
turn.
5,000?
0 plus 5,000.
Yeah, so it's 0 cost, and then what I
Oh.
can do is add 5,000 to his points,
Oh, this
and you
is
can
a
put
lot to take
as
in.
many of them as on top as you want.
Man, as much as I want to keep this guy,
So basically, if you wanted to block it, you'd have to take two
I'm
two
gonna
cards
charge
with
up
that
with
5,000
Pirate
number,
Guard Toby.
or one with the 10,
tap 2.
and give it to him. But then once you do that, that card's gone. It's like using the card.
So Charles has brought a unison out, so you can use the dice as the mark. How much did you
I
pay
guess
for
I
it?
have
Two,
to
right?
take
Yep,
that
2.
too. But what does that mean?
Okay, what's going on?
I attack with 15.
Yeah, so you'll have to combo with
cards.
2 cards to get out of that.
Where is
But it's a crit.
cards?
But she gets to awaken.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, you could awaken next turn too. Which is
Totally borrowing that for the mark of.
That means you get to flip this guy to use this side,
Yes,
which has
15.
pretty good powers. I
It's
think.
the same. So you're gonna want to play this later so you can get rid of
Ooh.
those battle cards.
So this might
That'll
help
be
though.
your next
When this
play.
card
So you don't
attacks
wanna get
the
rid
other
of that.
side, you get to draw a card
But you
every
can get
time.
rid of these.
Oh, okay, just hurry it again.
Just get rid of them because I don't think you're gonna play.
Are you
You're gonna be
low
focusing
already?
on this guy.
Sorry?
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
just
So you're
forgot
gonna
to
combo
flip
one.
it back. I was just reading the ability.
No, I get it. I'm just like. I looked over. I'm like.
That was the nicest way you
Yeah,
could
flip
have
them
been
down
like,
now,
yo,
and then
flip
they
it
go
back
to
over,
your
shithead.
draw. That's a good play.
all right.
I
so
don't
then,
think you want to take another card, honestly.
The things I'm drawing.
No.
So
Especially when
she
I pulled
blocks.
out.
Okay.
Now end your turn, Carter.
Yep.
So you can activate this again. He stays in rest mode side of me. And draw a card.
I don't want
And
that
for
thing
us-
attacking me.
Yep.
I guess I have to attack. Can I attack anything?
He has barrier though.
Ah.
So no. But you can get rid of this. You can get rid of that. Oh, well, take a life.
this hurts my feelings. The second auto.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
My first attack, I'm gonna attack with my leader to your leader.
No negates, any combos?
Nope. So I will draw. Wait.
Sorry?
Ha ha ha. When you have 4 or less,
You can awaken.
I can awaken, and does that make him active again?
No, but you don't want to because he has the crit on this side. But you would want to do it when I'm attacking you next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so you can attack with him.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're gonna bring out this dude.
Were we or not this game?
No, he's a counter attack. So if yeah, I think your better play. Instead of doing a counter play, we're just gonna get rid of the card on the field.
Should I use him as
When
Oh,
can
that
I?
energy? Yes.
So when can I activate these guys? Like their abilities, just on my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're gonna pay 2 energy. So you can take the 2 greens. You're gonna drop them to the field. We're gonna get rid of your Krillin because he's annoying. Carter.
Sorry?
We're KOing your Krillin
Okay, alright.
because
And-
automatically 3 or less KO.
Oh shit.
And now you're gonna attack with him. We're taking 15 to your leader.
Leader?
Yep.
I'll take it. And it's not critical, right?
No.
Alright.
Oh, I can do that.
You're gonna attack with him.
Attack with... Is she awakening or no?
Not yet, no.
Okay, if she wants that
Beautiful.
critical.
I can also pull that
for
out.
10, right?
Yes, you can. So I'm still dealing with this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm just sorry. I just saw that for a second. I have to do that.
I don't have any negates. Are you
So
adding any
I
to a
will
combo?
take that next move.
So I can attack with him, and I can use this as a combo.
What is it?
So I don't have any
what do they
negates.
do?
Are you
They are like
stacking them up at
5,000,
all, or
5,000. They're 5,000.
like putting any
5,000,
5,000 boosters
combo?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you can.
Okay. So
Am I putting
I
any boosters? No. Right?
No.
and
I will
to
block.
if I attack
We
him,
have 15,000.
so I'm gonna attack
That hurt though, because I really wanted to use that card.
like that.
Okay.
So I blocked the critical,
Okay.
but I did take
So
that
that
one life,
is
and you
how
got rid of
much?
the one card I
15,000?
wanted to use. Because every
I
time
only
he
need to
attacks,
put
I get to play
5,000
a free red card from my hand.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will combo.
Is that your turn?
Just stop that.
I guess so.
Okay.
That's my
And
turn,
my,
right?
this goes into the grave.
He
Yeah,
awakens then,
technically,
because
Okay.
my Krillin's effect was the beginning of my next turn.
Yeah.
So that one's awakened.
I'm gonna leave that down there just because I'm probably gonna be bringing it back up, and then I'll attack him again.
The same guy.
Yep.
Okay. Then it goes. Shit. You're really fucking up my plans here, Charles.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
1,
Two, and that's
three.
the
so you pick
guy
one.
we were talking about earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just
So I'm going to attack with